One day, you wake up and something feels off you. I can't remember what you had for dinner last night. Your hand trembles slightly, and there's a strange look in your eyes, staring back from the mirror. Not fear, not confusion, but a silent unraveling, as if your very mind is beginning to dissolve. There was no accident, no warning, no visible intruder. Yet something is eroding you from the inside out. Prion disease, a rare, relentless killer that cannot be cured, reversed, or negotiated with. It arrives like a countdown clock wired into your biology, activated without notice, and it eats your brain until only the shell of your former self remains. But the horror isn't death. It's the slow betrayal of identity while your heart still beats. It's the collapse of consciousness, the fading of your thoughts, your memories, your name. And that's where philosophy begins. That is where illusion dies. You are not in control of this body. You never were. You don't get to choose when your biology turns against you. You don't get to veto a malformed protein that mutates into annihilation. But you do have one thing. Marcus Aurelius called it the command center of the soul, trained to remain upright even as the cosmos crumbles. Epictetus, a slave chained and broken, said, "You may fetter my leg. Not even Zeus can master my will. In sickness, in disintegration, in dread what remains is how you choose to face it. If a disease can devour your memory, then how will you live today while you still remember? If death comes not with a bang but with the silent decay of awareness, how precious is each lucid moment now?" Seneca wrote, "We are dying every day. Only when we grasp the edge of death do we begin to live. You still have time, but you waste it, believing you have more. You live as if you can, postpone clarity, delay forgiveness, defer presence. But prion disease doesn't wait. It doesn't care if you're joyful or bitter, young or old. And that's the brutal gift of Stoicism. Unexpected death is not unjust. What's unjust is that you were warned and still lived as if you weren't. You were handed each day like a jewel, and you treated it like cheap plastic. If your brain could betray you at any moment, what would you do with this hour of sanity? How would you walk through this world, knowing your name might vanish by morning? Courage is not the absence of fear, but the deliberate stance within it. Like the man with CJD who, knowing his mind is slipping, still writes letters, still smiles, still says goodbye with dignity. Because death does not defeat you. Only you can do that. Don't wait until your mind collapses to live with urgency. Don't wait until your voice breaks to speak truth or love. Live like today is the last time you recognize your reflection. Act as if this is the final chance to choose virtue over reaction. Forgive, endure, stay calm, not because you fear death, but because you respect life. That is Stoicism. That is what no disease can destroy.